Oh hey, I didn't see you there. I was too busy reading. Why don't we talk about The Enemy, based on a book The Double by Fyodor Dostoevsky. It is directed by Denis Villeneuve, and it stars Jake Gyllenhaal, which is my favorite actor because the wide range of roles that he plays. Enemy is about a man that is a very boring history teacher. He lives the same day over and over again. This is played by Jake Gyllenhaal. One day, a coworker recommends a movie, so he rents it, and as he is watching the movie, he is dead convinced that one of the actors in the film looks exactly like him. In fact, it's 100% because Jake plays both characters. So, he sets off on a journey to find this man, to figure out who he really is, and figure out what he is doing. This starts him on a path of psychological tension, surreal, dreamlike imagery, and, in fact, this is the best movie of all time. And, by the way, Enemy is not your traditional film. It does not follow a linear structure, and if you want to be spoon-fed every last detail, like most box office hits, this is not the movie for you. I'm just gonna show you the trailer for Enemy.
You don't go to the movies, do you? I don't go out that much. Is there a reason why you're asking me this? You know, maybe you had a recommendation.
Anthony Clare, 3650 Rathburn Road.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Hey,
No, I'm calling to speak
where
to
are you calling from?
I'm sorry. I think there's been a
Who is
misunderstanding.
this?
Okay, I'll call back later.
Who was on the phone?
The same guy who called before. Same guy.
Are you lying to me?
You are my only son. I am your only mother.
He looks exactly like you. What's happening?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
I think you know.
Why'd you come looking for me? I needed to know. I have some questions for you.
Who are you?
What's wrong? You're crazy.
I'm crazy!
The characters play a huge role when it comes to making the movie the best movie. When it comes to Jake Gyllenhaal playing Adam Bell and Anthony St. Clair, and Melanie Laurent playing Mary St. Clair. Adam is the shy, lost character who really just needs an anchor or someone to keep him grounded. He is extremely boring because he's a history teacher who lives the same day over and over again. Anthony, on the other hand, is the very outgoing, crazy, wild, and badass one who, from the outside, looks like he has everything figured out, but deep down, he really just needs help. And Mary seems the most put together out of all of them, and she is just striving to live her best life with the man she loves most, which is Anthony. Denis Villeneuve is a brilliant director. He made the entire movie work so well. His style of having moody lighting and a lot of natural light definitely added. He seriously gets across showing the pain people feel with their personal scenes with really just no talking, because sometimes actions speak louder than words. He may be best known for Arrival or Prisoners and soon to be Blade Runner 2049, but Enemy is definitely one of his hidden beauties. And a quote that he said regarding Enemy and his intentions is Enemy is a one-way trip to the subconscious of a man struggling with issues regarding intimacy. This really shows his goals for the movie. Here's an example of a scene with no words that clearly represents the protagonist's subconscious desire. Spiders are a big symbol throughout the movie, and since I don't want to spoil anything, I'll just say that the protagonist is trapped in a web almost in real life, which is shown through Denise's style of shooting when it comes to the Toronto streetcar wires, broken windows, and this displays the symbol to perfection. The non-linear plot leaves some options for the audience to have their own opinion, which is very cool in my eyes. If you're a film lover or want to learn about directing, writing, and acting, this is the movie for you because everything is up to par. There is not one thing that trumps another aspect of this movie. Enemy has a small story, but as it grows and expands, you really get invested in what this protagonist is doing, feeling, and how haunting he really is. Oh, the score is just phenomenal. It's so eerie and subdued, but there were times where it just exploded, and it helped for the dreamlike aspect of this film. And here's a quick example of how hauntingly disturbing the score is. And by the way, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. One weakness I give this movie is that it's almost too beautiful. The whole two people looking the exact same kind of takes away from the acting because it's just a little distracting at times. Though there is no real way to fix that without changing the entire movie, it's still the best movie of all time. Some things that companies can learn from this movie is to just limit spoon feeding and to not be frightened to stray away from the traditional linear story type. In the end, it is a very disturbing find yourself movie which, on a scale of 1 to 10, is an honest 11 for the reason being it made me think about the film for a month, maybe more. In fact, I'm still thinking about it now. Enemy is the best movie ever.